I don't know. Maybe I'm just a cynical asshole, but there it is.
Vote or die? What the hell does that even mean?
What you think it means, bitch?
Okay, guys. So today is election day, so naturally I want to talk about voting. And this may not be the vlog you expect about voting, like what you normally hear, but I'm going to talk about why not to vote. Because I don't vote, so I realize I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for that, but it is what it is, and I want to talk about not voting, the reasons why I don't vote, and the reasons why you shouldn't try to shame people into voting. So we're about to pass this, I just call it weed house, so there must be a grow house out through here somewhere. It smells like really strong, like weed, like right about up here where this orange vehicle's coming out. There's like this really strong weed smell every time. And one day I'm gonna go find that weed house, but not today. So I want to talk about why I don't vote. And I just started not voting this year because every year I've always voted, because I've always felt like women didn't always have the right to vote, and as a woman I should really appreciate the struggle that people went through. And I still, like, I felt torn, I feel conflicted that way. But basically I don't vote out of like apathy really, or just laziness, or not caring, because I care a lot. But that's the problem, is like I think that we, at least in America, have gotten into this really dysfunctional relationship with our government. And it's like, it's sort of like when you get in an abusive relationship, how sometimes no matter what you do when you're working within the confines of that relationship, it's still going to be, the result's going to be pretty much messed up because your partner is abusive and not worth a damn. So that's kind of how I view our government. I kind of view it like I'm in this abusive relationship with this oppressive government, and nothing I can do to work within the confines of that oppressive system is really going to make it better. So that's the reason I don't vote. It's like sort of just ending an abusive relationship, saying I've had enough, I'm not going to deal with this anymore, I'm not going to try to help you, I'm not going to try to make this better, I'm just basically saying we need something different completely. So the idea I come up with was like this sort of, why can't, I mean, we have the internet, everybody's real internet savvy now pretty much, so why can't they make it so that everybody can just sort of vote online like they would just like a poll, but on actual issues? So instead of having like other people with law degrees and stuff make our laws, like we could actually vote on it. I think we know enough about what we want to do that, and I believe our system thinks that we don't. Like, I believe our system says like, oh, you're stupid peasants and we have to have people rule us, when I think that like we could really actually govern ourselves that way. So guys, music is loud. I'm listening to banjo music. Yeah, I think we could govern ourselves if we had like a some kind of like online voting system or some kind of thing that they'd have to make it to where it like couldn't be corrupted and all this, and it'd have to be, but I still think they could totally do it if they tried. But they don't want to try because they don't want to have a reason to say that we don't need them. You know what I mean? The politicians. If we don't need them, then they don't have careers, right? And they don't have yachts, and they don't get super rich and stuff. So it takes all their power away from them, and they want to maintain that status quo. It's all basically, they kind of frame it so you have like liberal versus like conservative, or Democrat versus Republican, and they're trying to make you think that those are really different things, but they're really like this narrowly defined spectrum. I thought that car was gonna... Yeah, they're really like just, like the whole spectrum where it could be is like much broader, but Democrat and Republican is just like right here, sort of close to each other, but they make it seem like that's the only choice, so they seem like they're opposed to each other when they're really actually not. They're all about maintaining the wealth for like the top little bit of people, like the top 1% or whatever, And I mean, they can say they're not all about that, and Democrats can say they're not, but they are. So I don't know, like, our government doesn't represent us anymore, and I think we need to think of radical different ways. I'm not saying violent ways, but just radical new ways to sort of remedy that situation, and voting isn't one of them. You can't, like, that whole system is actually really messed up, and if you look at, like, the Electoral College and stuff, like, it's designed to take the power out of your hands. That's the whole design of it, if you understand it. So, yeah, I definitely recommend people just don't vote. Not voting says something, in my view. And they say it doesn't, like, they say you don't have a say if you don't vote, but if nobody votes, like, that basically says we don't trust anything you do. There's no right answer with you guys. We want something different. And it's like really vlogging off the bike now. It's really difficult because, like, I remember the last time I voted, some like really old, like, war vet guy that could barely walk, like 90-year-old dude, was like hobbling up, couldn't even make it up the sidewalk without help. And he just came out to vote, and I felt like, oh man, all these people that aren't voting, they're all assholes because look at this guy, he's doing it. And like, there's a lot of symbolism there, but I'm not sure it's necessarily a meaningful thing. And so I hate to say that, but just in retrospect, the way our government is, it's voting feels good, but I'm not sure it does good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it when you vote, bitch. Shake them titties when you vote, bitch. I slam my Jimmy through your mouth roof. Now get your big ass in the polling booth. I said vote, bitch, or I fucking kill you.